What up, you guys? Rasathi out here in Singapore. Ah, been a long day full of Telugu movies, actually, because guys, we decided she wanted to watch Allu Arjun movies, and we ended up watching a Ramcharan movie as well. Anyway, that's beside the point. I was over here trying to stay up for a little while with baby girl while my brother is actually on the way finally. The groom is in town, y'all. We got some wedding stuff to take care of, as well as a wedding to attend, and kind of looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've had my brother back in the house, so yeah, we've got Nutella prepped for Nutella stuffed pancakes tomorrow morning, and I've got a couple other ingredients. He requested macaroni and cheese, which I haven't made in quite a long time, so I'm gonna make it kind of special for him. Throw some bacon in there, some spring onions, make it kind of gourmet. You know me. What else? I'm thinking brownies, honestly. I'm thinking brownies. So I'm gonna do what I do best as a sister, as a mom. Cook for everybody, make sure everyone's taken care of, maybe make some kotto on the side, something like that. But in the meantime, I was listening to an episode of Vampire Diaries. It's funny because I started the originals first and then I went back to watch the Vampire Diaries. So I'm finally at that spot where the originals kind of starts, but we're in the Vampire Diaries, so I'm kind of listening to the conversations and kind of reminiscing on how everything started in the originals. And there's a conversation that Klaus was having where he mentioned that he likes everything that Marcel has. He started it off, he couldn't get it to where Marcel has it, but now he wants what Marcel has. And that's what I wanted to jump on here and talk to you about today because I see it all the time. People be watching everybody else's Instagram account. They're looking at the pictures they take, the lifestyle they seem to lead. Everybody out to eat all the time, out drinking all the time. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind a piece of that life too. And I'm not saying that I don't have it, but I know a lot of people that would rather break you down and then take what you have rather than earn it themselves. And that's something I wanted to mention because honestly, you can't get what they have because what they have is based on their reputation, their character. So if you were to swoop in and try to take it, you would lose it immediately, mostly because of your character. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's almost like, let's say I built up a community, a support community here in Singapore. People come to me because they know me, they trust me. I've created that safe space, right? And if someone were to come in and say, yo, you know what? I want to do the same thing she's doing. I bet you I could do it better than she has. I just need her network. And they were to come and swoop in and take over for me. Chances are they would destroy what I've created because it's based on me and the way I do things, the culture I've created, the kind of safety that I offer because it's me. It's not the other person. And I've had that happen several times before. I've had people come to me like, oh my God, you're so great at marketing. Why don't you, drop a plan, a proposal, and I'll give you the marketing directorship of a timeshare company. I'm thinking, yo, you know what? That sounds great. And of course, you got to do a convincing you got to do a convincing job of creating a presentation that makes sense. You got to go in there and present it. You can't do it half-assed. You got to give him all the details because they're going to ask, how are you managing to do this? What exactly is your plan to do that? And guess what? Those damn fools and walked off with my damn presentation and my plan, and I didn't get squat. But guess what? As much as I talk about I can do this and I can do that, and this is how I would do things, they still didn't build the community they thought they were going to be able to do by taking my plans. Because my plan is based on my strengths and weaknesses. It's based on the way that I would use my intuition to speak to businesses. I do business to business better than anybody else did back then. This is back in 2003 when I was in timeshare. I build communities. I connect people. Nobody could line up owners and their referrals on a special events weekend and then assign them to salespeople that I knew could knock them down, as in like close a sale, because I created that rapport with them. And the only way that I could create that rapport with them and help the guys close a sale is because I touched tables every step along the way. That's exactly what I did. I went around and I touched tables. So, you can want their empire all you like. You can want what they have all you like. But it's based on who they are. It's almost like it's based on their DNA. You can't go in and take it. It would wither and die. The only way you can get what they have is to put in the work like they did. Build it for yourself like they did. Because otherwise it's not loyal to you. It's loyal to them still. Case in point, I had a podcast episode some years ago where I was talking about, hey, I can introduce you to somebody who has the skill set that you're looking for, right? But if you don't connect to them on the first round, or you have trouble with them somewhere along the line, that's not on me. I did not introduce you to a bad person. They're good to me, so I'm going to refer them to you. But if they happen to rub you wrong, or you rub them wrong, or something happens where y'all don't see eye to eye, that's on the two of you. That's your DNA and theirs, not my DNA. That's not based on me. You can't put that on me. So same way, if somebody has something that they've built, you can't just go in and take it. It doesn't work that way. They won't automatically sire to you. They won't automatically get connected to you. You got to put in the work. You got to get to know those people. You got to care about them. They got to trust that you actually care about them. And it can't just be this great, act that you're showing them you care. It's got to be in every conversation going forward. They've got to feel it from you every damn time. So as much as you may be watching what everyone else is doing and like getting mad because you want what they have, or getting jealous because, why do they have it and I don't, what's the difference, or whatever. Some of us beat ourselves up and like, I could never be like that. And some of us are like, I'm better than that. How come they have it and I don't? So I'm going to knock them down and take what they got. That's not how that works, you guys. Seriously. Okay? So think about that. Whatever you build is based on who you are. It's the reason why sales doesn't work the way they used to teach it. Push and push and push. I mean, when I started out in network marketing, when my dad got me involved in Quickstar, he wanted me to go out and show the plan. And honestly, if I was invested in the products, if I loved the products, I would have happily done that. But I didn't. I was being forced to do something that I had no interest in doing. So I was doing it for the sake of doing it, and that just sucked. It felt bad. I didn't want to do it. The next time I tried Quickstar, it was no longer Quickstar, it was Amway. And my uncle was like, no, go out and show the plan. You should do this. And you know what? Call me in every time so I can close the deal for you. And guess what? The way he closes and the way I would close, completely different. We were not the same. And while the person that I had like spoken to and had several conversations with and we had explained things, they were coming because I was asking them. The minute they saw my uncle, they cut bait and run. And it wasn't just random strangers that I was speaking to. It was family members that I had talked to. And I was like, you know what? This would be really good for you. It'd be helpful. I'm not saying go make money at it, but at least you can save money on the products. It's like a Sam's Club membership. You pay $30 a year. You have access to all these great things at a discounted price, right? And if you decide you want to sell it, you can sell it for the retail, make a little bit of profit. But the point is, what can go wrong with Legacy of Clean? It's all green, 100% natural, and it's concentrated. So it's going to last you a good long time. And they were like, yeah, you know what? That really sounds great because I've got young kids and I want to make sure that, I don't have to go out to the store every 5 seconds and I end up cleaning a whole lot all the time because kids are messy. That's just the way it is. And of course, according to protocol, I had to call my uncle in. My uncle came in, they sat down and he started with the way he, do this now, do this now, do this now. And they were like, yeah, about that. And guess what? I lost my cousins for a couple months. Okay? Everything you build is based on you. If you're going to sell, people will buy based on what you're saying about the product, how you deliver the marketing, how you explain what it is that they can expect to get from whatever it is that you're selling. I don't know if you're selling courses or products or what, but the point is, it's based on what you're telling them. I bought into Crown for Success because I thought it was an opportunity for me to make money. It wasn't an opportunity for me to make money with them. It was an opportunity for me to find myself so I could make money for myself. Completely different angle, but generally the same question, right? That was answered. Can I make money? I want to make extra money. How do I make extra money? And then this popped up. Of course, it wasn't 100% what they told me it would be, but technically it was another way to make money. Needless to say, once I got into the organization and started working and putting in the effort, I found that it really wasn't a good fit for me. And so I moved on. That isn't to say that all the people that I met along the way aren't still with them, and that's cool for them. If it works for you, great. But like I said, your life is 100% uniquely your own. The people you attract, the people you repel, the people you chase after, all of that is specific to your experience. Case in point, I am of Sri Lankan descent. I was never born there. I had never lived there. I visited a lot when I was very, very young, so young that I don't have any real active memories of that place. But I've been back there since, and I know my family is doing a lot to rebuild the economy in Sri Lanka, and I'm proud of that. But I also know that there are a lot of Sri Lankans out there that do not feel good about the land, the country, the flag, any of it. And I get that. But our Tamil is defined as Sri Lankan Tamil, or Ila Tamil, or Jaffna Tamil. And guess what? Those are all places in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is just a word. The flag is just a symbol. It holds no real meaning for me. But if you see it as a symbol for genocide, then that's what you see. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying that that flag has no meaning for me outside of the definition of the type of Tamil that I speak. That's it. It's unique to my experience. I was not brought up with all of the gore and all of the details of everything that happened. I was not brought up to hate everything about that. I purposely do not know all of the details. Because as it stands to me, it's one group of people trying to kill another group of people based on a bias that they were raised with. Because little kids don't come out saying, I hate this and I hate that. They're taught those things. Those beliefs are handed down to them. And how do we change old stigma? By coming at it with an open mind. And showing people love, whether they deserve it or not, because you can. Because being loved means you open up possibility for people. You show them more of what's possible rather than reiterating what the rules are, the lines within which you need to color. So, I want what you have. That's a nice sentiment, but that means I got to work to get there. Sure, I want to make it like Justin Bieber did. I want to be relevant like Superwoman is. I want to stir people's emotions like Jay Shetty does. These are all people I look up to. I want what they have, a combination of what they have. I'm not about to smear them in order to get it, though. I'm not about to use buzz lines or trending hashtags to get there. I'm going to talk about what I think is relevant, and I'm going to talk about it every day till the day I die. And with any luck, you will find me when you need me. Until then, I'm going to put out content because I know that's how I create a legacy. Even if some days I don't make sense, even if some days I'm not quite there, even if one day, a year later, I'm saying something completely different. Because I'm open to evolution, I'm open to change. What I believe right now, I might be only scratching the surface, y'all. Case in point, I'm going to tell you about unconditional love in my next episode. This is the first time I've ever told you what's going to come up in the next episode. I used to believe what you believe. Somehow I made it past that mile marker and I've gone down the road a little ways further. And now I'm telling you, hey, this is what I see. I don't know if you see it or not, but I want to show you. I want to let you know it's there. That thought, that idea, that belief is there. It is possible for it to look like this too. So understand, When you say you want something that someone else has, you can't just take. It won't mean the same if you just take. You gotta earn. You gotta build it for yourself. And then that satisfaction will be there. And the satisfaction is actually all we're really after. I hope this made sense, y'all. I'll catch you again soon. Good night.